Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So, sometimes it's time to have fun and sometimes it's time to talk serious. And this is one of those serious talks tonight. And so I hope you all can hear me. Everybody can hear me good. So, this is one of those serious talks. And there's a lot of reasons that I'm having this talk. Um, I think that a lot of people are feeling something coming, something big's coming, something is happening, something's changing in the United States. And we all feel it. We all know it. And I think that each and every one of us feels like something is happening. There's like this shift in the air. How many of you feel like there's a shift in the air? Hit a one if you feel like there's something happening and you just can't quite grasp exactly what's happening. That's the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is that we are this close to the total collapse, the total collapse. And I hope that each and every one of you is putting your boots on the ground. I hope every single one of you have taken something from this channel that you're actually utilizing and putting in your life. I get a lot of information from avenues that I cannot tell you about. Okay. And there's something really big coming. When is it coming? I can't, there's no dates or anything like that that I can tell you. But I'm going to show you some actual facts of what's happening. And then I'm going to come back on and we're going to talk about some solutions, because I think that the window of opportunity for us to be ready is very, very narrow. And you all know that, yeah, I like to have fun. I like to enjoy myself on the channel. I like to cut up and laugh like we did last night, which we laughed really hard. But there's also this uneasy feeling in my heart, in my very spirit. And I've had it for like the last year, but lately it's been on overdrive. And I'm just being straight up honest with you folks. It has really been on overdrive. I'm looking at all the things that are happening, right? That are happening around the country. And it's like, can we not see a very clear picture of what's happening? What I'm about to show you this video. Hey, Tab. Hi, RCX. Tamara. She's a wildflower. Misty. Hello, everyone. I think that we have to realize that when this shift happens, when this economical collapse happens in this country, that it is going to be a real shit show. It's going to be worse than we probably could even imagine, because there's so many people unprepared, so many people that have sat back and said, "Oh, prepping is crazy. I don't have to do it today. It's not going to happen in the United States. It's not going to happen here." And I'll tell you what, if we don't see what's happening around us, then we really are really blind. We're really blind to what's happening. And that is going to cause you and your loved ones a major, major heartache. Yeah. Yeah. Life was Misty. The movie was something, but I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about the real situation here in America. I'm talking about the border crisis. I'm talking about the laws that they're trying to implement all across the country. I'm talking about the immigrants, the illegal immigrants coming across the border. I'm talking about the worst military in 80 years. I'm talking about the disease outbreaks. I'm talking about the chickens that are being culled, the ducks that are being culled, that the environment is in a very fragile state. I'm talking about Russia and China in cahoots together. I'm talking about Iran. I'm talking about Israel. I'm talking about all the things. And if you wrap them up in a ball, we are headed toward a major catastrophic event. And the catastrophic event is set up against the United States. Let's get it correct. It is set up against the United States. We had a special. I'm going to show a video. I'm going to show a video and then I'll be right back. Watch the video I made for y'all. Pay attention. Really pay attention, folks. This is one of those nights that I want to be serious. And I hope you can separate out the channel and have fun when it's fun. But I think that the time is drawing near. And I think that if you don't get your shit together, if you don't really get your boots on the ground, We have people in Australia, we have people in Germany, we have friends all over the world that are seeing more and more of these events. And I think that if you don't get your shit together and the window of opportunity closes on you, you're going to be one of those people that's sitting there like a sitting duck in the pond, and it's going to be real easy prey. Okay, so what I want to say, I seen it pop up in the chat that I don't have enough money to prep. Everyone has enough money to prep. If it comes between you saving your life, saving your family's life, you'll find a way to prep. You'll find a way to save the money. Don't go out to eat. Don't buy sodas. Don't buy cigarettes. Stop wasting money. I'm telling you right now, folks, the time is very near. The time is near. And for those that don't believe it, I'll tell you what, they have saved the USA for the last straw, the last leg, the last fall. And Life with Misty, you can do it. Start with 1 can of tuna, 2 cans of tuna, put them away. Start with some salmon, start with some kales, start with some rice. Get those things and get them now. You don't need a lot of money to prep. This channel was started on prepping on the cheap, taking things around you and utilizing them because you don't want to be homeless. You don't want to be hungry. And you don't want to be the one out in the masses. I'm telling you, folks, I feel it. I feel it coming. And I'll tell you what, when it happens, it's going to be exactly what we've been talking about for 3 years on this channel is when the last domino falls. It's going to fall so quickly that we won't even know what hit us. All comms will be down. Power will be down. Grocery stores will be looted. They'll be closed. There won't be grocery stores. You won't be able to run to the grocery store then. Don't wait. Don't wait. Get you some heirloom seeds. Get you anything that you possibly can. Go to the thrift store. Make sure you have blankets. Make sure you have candles. Learn how to make candles. The skills are very, very important. But I tell you right now, 3 years ago, I said people were going to have to choose between heating and eating. And where are we today? We are seeing the most homeless ever in this country. And as the immigrants come in and waste 5,000 meals in one certain town in one day, y'all, this is all set up. All set up. Yeah. Wow, Miss Needle. The candles, oil, you can use crayons, you can use wax, take old candles, melt them down, throw in a piece of cotton. There's lots of ways that you can do things, but you have to learn the skills. And I'm telling you right now, folks, you know, this channel has always been about all of us. And I'm telling you right now, right from my gut, I wasn't going to come live tonight. I canceled the live this morning. I have a lot of things going on, and I'm prepping. I'm doing those last things that we need to get done. We are making sure I'm going out to tap some trees. I've been talking about it. I haven't done it. I want to make sure that I can access water from the certain trees here, which is birch, right? Willow trees, we don't have. And what was the other one? Walnut, I believe. There's 3 types of trees in the state of Missouri that I can tap for a water source. I need to know how to do that. And that's one skill that I haven't tuned in on. I know how to filter water. I know how to do that. I don't know everything. But I tell you what, folks, if you are not on point yet, the time is running out. The time is running out. We have the elections coming up in 2024. This is the perfect setup to go ahead and just tip us over. And honestly, Miss Needles from Germany, she's already saying, folks, she's already telling you she can't even get candles, that they're already sold out. See, this is starting to happen around the world. And the United States is still standing. But when we tip, we're going to be just like Venezuela. And when Venezuela tipped, who did they rely on to fly them in food? The United States. Who are we going to rely on? Nobody. Nobody is coming to the rescue of the United States. If they're going to come in and do anything, they're going to come in and pound us. They're going to come in and they're going to take down our infrastructure. They're going to come in and take down, they're going to cyber hit us, which could mean that all your money could be gone in the blink of an eye. It means that your bank accounts could be just boom, gone. It means that the infrastructure from the lights to the electricity to the computers to all your comms gone. Boom. You wake up and the whole world has changed. You know, the movie, okay, people have talked about the movie. I talked about the movie. I'm talking about real life. Me and roaming prepper, Texas Red Leg and Farmer's Son and Cold War prepper talked about this 2 years ago. And we said they would come after the sectors of the infrastructure, the electrical grid. And I'll tell you what, I think that to this day, I think that we're on point. I think that we're still on point. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're calling it when the quantum computers take over, that everything could disappear. And I mean everything. Yeah. And we're going to see more and more and more. And when it happens, folks, you can talk to anybody in a third world country and they'll tell you, well, we've seen these warning signs, but we didn't take them serious. We didn't really believe that it would happen. And then it's too late. It's too late to run to the store. It's too late to say, "Oh, I wish I would have listened." Oh, it's too late to say, "Gosh dang, maybe I should have downloaded different stuff to have it in a paper copy." You better get your shit together. Time is of the essence. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all know that I'm prior military and I have insight, over 20 years experience in the nonprofit sector. I know something, and I cannot say what the resource is, but I will tell you that our food chain is crumbling before our eyes. And it's the worst, it's going to be the absolute worst global starvation ever in history recorded. And many people are going to perish because they didn't take the time or the opportunity, right, to get some long term food. How many pounds of rice does it take for one person? 300 pounds. You have a very, very narrow, narrow window of opportunity to get your shit together. And if you aren't listening to Roaming Prepper or Texas Red Leg or any of these prepping channels, I don't give a shit who it is. Everybody comes to this platform with something that's important. And it's time that the prepping community get their shit together. And instead of dogging each other, we lift each other up. Because I'll tell you what, if you can learn something from Roaming Prepper or Texas Red Leg or whoever, go and freaking learn it. Learn the skills. Make sure that you have a good first aid kit. We talk about all these basic shit that people should already have. If you've been on a prepping channel for even a month, you should already have it. And if you don't have it, you should be taking baby steps to get it. But when that straw, that last freaking domino's pulled, folks, you're going to be saying, I wish I would have effing listened. You're going to be saying, gosh dang it, man. And it will be too late. And I'm going to put this really blunt. It'll be too late when you're watching your grandchild or your child die of starvation. When you're watching them, it's not that they don't wake up. It's a slow, painful death. It takes days, weeks for someone to die of starvation. I'm telling you, y'all, I come on a lot and I joke around and I have fun. But I'll tell you what, we are waiting for the last fucking domino to be pulled. And that's the straight up truth. And when it's pulled, it's going to be like pulling the rug right out from under you. And from me. And from all of us. Our world is already changing, man. Everything around us is changing. The freedoms they're trying to nab up. Why would they want to nab those freedoms up? Why? Huh. You know, they want to make sure that they got us by the throat. And the actions, yeah, the actions of people, man, is crazy. I talked to a lady the other day, and I said this before, roaming prepper. It's crazy shit right here. And it will be. It will be Texas Red Leg because we got a heart, man. We care about people. But I talked to a young lady, I would say mid-20s, and she said, just kill them all. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm being honest with you guys and gals. That's what she said to me. And I was like, whoa, just kill them all. And the mentality of people. Imagine when the last freaking domino is and it tips. Imagine the reaction of people around this country. People are so self-centered and so divided. It's not going to take a lot for civil war. It's not going to take a lot for people to go off the deep end. We're already seeing it more and more. Mama Freddie reported out there in California. She reported out there in California, man, that somebody jumped off the bridge and committed suicide. More people are killing themselves, but they're not only killing themselves, they're taking their whole family with them because they can't handle the mental pressure. Y'all put it in full gear. Don't stop. I'm telling you right now from my heart, I care about this mag. I care about the prepping community. I care about the homesteading community. I care about humanity, okay? Do not stop. I don't give a shit if it's a can of sardines. I don't care if it's a box of Band-Aids. Go on a Dollar Tree run. Get yourself Band-Aids, Ace bandages, alcohol, hydrogen peroxide. I can give you a list of 100 things that you can buy at a Dollar Tree. Go get them now. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And fortify your home. If you're a senior, fortify your home. Set up layers of protection as far out as you can away from your property. I've installed more cameras. I've, you know what? It's not all about ammo and lead. It's about smart and cunning. You can survive a lot of shit by making the right decision. Go with your gut. If your gut tells you to get out of Dodge, get the hell out of Dodge. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Do it and do it then. If your gut tells you to bunker in, hold tight, do it. But get a local mag. We've talked about this for 2 years, man. If you don't have a mag right now, my heart is going out to you big time. Yeah, exactly. Trust your animal instincts. Nice to see you, Texas Red Lake. Trust your animal instincts. Trust your gut. If something don't feel right, get out of the situation. We're going to see more lone wolf attacks. We're going to see them. They're starting to pop up all over. Just in France, a little kid yelled out and then he stabbed someone. A little kid doing it all in the name of religion. I want to tell y'all, thank you, Bev. We love you. We're glad you're here. You know, the prepping community is awesome. Instead of us bashing each other, people get all bullshit about bullshit. Put the bullshit aside because this is about survival. It's truly about survival, folks. Dehydrate your asses off. Make sure that you get kale. If you get kale, I want to say I was looking about how to keep kale for a longer time frame. Make sure you wrap it in paper towels. Put it in a Ziploc bag. Freeze it. Yes, you can freeze kale. You can freeze brand fresh kale, and it will go. It'll stay good for a long time. Make sure that you have mylar bags, that you have oxygen absorbers, and what the hell is the leaf? The leaf that you put in. Oh God, you're a blank. What's the leaf? It's a very strong leaf. It's excuse me, bay leaves. Get bay leaves. Make sure that you put those in your buckets to keep the varmints away. Set up some cages so that you can keep the varmints away. get a cat, you know. Yeah. And be well versed, right? Be well versed in your prepping, not just water and food. There's a lot more to prepping than water and food. Beverly, find some. Find a mag. Church friends, friends you know, family members, neighbors. Go talk to the neighbor you hate. There you go. I mean, really. But y'all, I come on a lot of times and I'm joking and I'm having fun. But what y'all don't realize about me and dragonflies is every single day we are prepping. Every single day. And I'm just praying right now that two things happen. One, that dragonflies is able to get her teeth pulled before this shit happens. Because imagine having a dental problem and going septic and not having any medical help. I'm going to tell you a true story. My friend Russ, bad abscess, and we worked with him at the campground, and they found him on his camper floor in his own feces, his own urine, and his own barf. And he is lucky that he made it. He's younger than me. They had to put him in a wheelchair. He had to go to assisted living, and it jacked him up all because of an abscess. So you got to get on point. If there's anything you can do, if there's any medical problem you have, address that medical problem now. Address it now. There's no time like the present. Why put it off till tomorrow? If you're saying that I don't have enough money to prep, you're fooling yourself. You're making excuses. And nobody can hold your hand. Nobody can do it for you but you. I can't do it for you. I can tell you all kinds of things to do, but I can't do it for you. Each and every one of us have to do it for ourselves. And if we don't, and we just stand there in the shadows and think it's all going to be okay, when the dominoes fall, you're going to fall with it. You're going to go down with the Titanic. Just talk to people. You'll be surprised. You don't have to say we're a mag. Get to know people around you. Get to know what kind of people are around you. And that's important. You don't have to say, hey, will you be in my mag? No, no. I've never asked no one to be in my mag. What I know is I have allies and I have ones that are very close to me that I better be watching, right? But you can turn anybody in to someone that comes in and helps, but you still have to be very cautious. You're going to have to make very, very good decisions because if you don't, your life is depending on it. Your children's life, your grandchildren's life is depending on it. And one wrong move could screw you royally. And remember, the guy with the most toys doesn't always win. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You might have all the toys. You might think, well, I have all the preps in the world. But do you think other people don't know you have those preps? Do you think that other people that haven't prepped, that haven't prepared, aren't going to come and knock on your door and want your shit? Let's get it right. And when people have nothing to eat and they're watching their child die of starvation, do you think that they're not going to come knocking on your door and try to take your shit? You're going to have to make very, very wise decisions. And each one of us are going to be put into different scenarios, different things that are happening. But I'll tell you what, folks, get on point. We have more homeless in the United States than we've ever had in decades. We have more drug usage. Imagine this. Let's run a scenario. Since they want to take everyone and ship them off here and ship them off there, let's just go to Philly to Kensington Street and pick up 200 fentanyl people that are hooked on fentanyl and drop them in rural America and see how people react. Okay? Don't think that it's not going to come to a neighborhood near you. Don't be so cocky that you think that you're hidden in the woods just like we are, that it'll never happen here, because it's already happening here. We already have a fentanyl problem in rural America. We have an Oxycontin problem in rural America, and we have a serious theft problem in rural America. I lived in the city. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in San Diego, and I lived in Dallas. Trust and believe, the cities are crumbling already, and it's coming to rural America. We live less than 2 miles from a train track. Do you think people are going to jump on a train, get out of St. Louis or get out of Springfield, and end up just popping off the train and walking through the forest and end up, oh, there's a cabin. Let's go take it. Damn bet they're going to. They're going to. It's the truth. Halo, Patty. Folks, we have to think down to earth. We have to think back to basics. But I am telling you from my heart, from my very spirit, right now, it is so important that each and every one of you don't stop. Learn the skills. Go over to Ark Wildman. Great channel, man. He can teach you some down to earth shit, how to forage, and that's important. And every state's a little different. Paper copies is very, very important. That's why I'm going out to the tap the trees. She's a wildflower. I'm going to tap 3 different trees, see which ones produce the most water, so that we have access to water, even if it's only 1 gallon of water a day. At least it was 1 gallon, right? Yeah, yeah, you're exactly right. That's why you don't ever keep everything in one place. Texas Red Lake, and you know that as well as I do, brother. Spread it out, even if it's between your garage, underground, in the basement, at your friend's house, at your aunt's house, at your uncle's house, wherever. Spread things out. Have things set up, because I'm just like what happened in Venezuela. Venezuela was very, very. Thank you, Dragonflies, for sharing out Arc. If somebody'd share out Roaming Prepper, I only want 3 channels shared out tonight. Texas Red Leg, Roaming Prepper, and Arc, please. Um, if you think about it, water is important, but also to make sure you have a respirator, have some way, right? Have some way to be able to breathe clean air, have some way to clean it. Learn the skills, folks. Yeah, yeah. Well, and look what's happening, Mary. You bring up a good point. Look what's happening, and all the OTC medicines that they're pulling. After decades and decades of us using them, why are they pulling them now? Because this is a great plan. It's a great setup. It's a great way to just go ahead and knock us over. I'm going to tell you something real briefly before I get off here tonight. When the situation happened in Venezuela, there's a man that tells a great story, and he lived through it. And he was talking about it, and he was talking about that he watched people go out the first, week or 2 weeks, and they were eating out of the trash cans. And he thought, okay, we're still okay. We still got food. Then he started watching people eat their own pets. Then he started watching people eat dogs, cats, squirrels, any animal around them to survive. Then he started watching people go into the sewage and pull shit out. He was talking about the only way that they survived was because the United States was dropping in MREs from the air. And he thanked the United States for dropping MREs from the air. Do you think that we're going to have somebody drop MREs to us? No, no. It's not going to be that way for the USA. We're the last one standing, y'all. And when we fall, the whole world's going to change. And when the USA falls, no one's coming to our rescue. No one is coming to our rescue. And that's the truth. So we better be ready. We better have people around us that we can trust. And we better take and get on point right now, because the time is near. We've been talking about it for the last 2 to 3 years. Do I think that we're going to continue to talk about it for 2 or 3 more years? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's my personal opinion. I think it's happening very quickly. And I think 2024 is going to be the year that we're going to see a lot of things change. Will it be the major catastrophe? We already have catastrophes happening. But see, the problem in the United States is it takes something huge. It's going to take something huge before people wake up and go, whoa, shit, right? We have to see major casualties. We have to see a bomb, or we have to see some kind of major FF event before people go, oh, wow, it could happen here. It's already happening here. It's just that it's little sectors and it's picking at us slowly but surely. And if you think about it, all the food shortages, all the train derailments, all the PFAS in our water, all the overreach, it's already happening. It's just that it's not a big enough jar to wake up the masses. So many people sit around and say, well, it's not going to happen today. Maybe next year, or maybe next month. Oh, maybe it'll never happen in the United States. Let me just go on about my lucky business. Maybe when all your freedoms are gone. Maybe when you're in lockdown. Maybe when the ML is called. Maybe when there's National Guard on the street. Maybe when the border's open. Maybe when there's a major border crisis and the National Guard's been called. The National Guard's already been called. Maybe if all those things were full tilt, maybe if we seen more military on the road, maybe people would wake up. Y'all, get on point. Don't give up. Don't give in. Because here at the OTWP, we always walk in faith and not fear. I just need to shake the masses. Y'all need to get up off your ass and do the dang thing, whatever that means to you. Don't sit still. Don't sit and wait for somebody to come in and rescue your ass, because they're not. They're not going to rescue you. If anything, they're going to kick your ass and take your shit. Be prepared, not scared. Put your head on a swivel and implement the gray man theory. God bless each and every one of you from here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. This is OTWP. Just keeping it real. I know something, and y'all need to get on point ASAP. Right now. No more time to be a freaking watcher. Be a doer. God bless y'all.
If you are anything like me, then right about now, you're asking yourself, what can I do to help out somehow? Well, that's a start, but watch, just don't